Hey DIYers, Jarrett with Alarm Grid here. Today we're going to discuss how you can enroll a Qolsys IQ key fob with the Qolsys IQ Panel 2. Now there are two different key fobs you can use with the Qolsys panel, or at least the Qolsys version of the key fobs, which is the Qolsys IQ Fob, and then there's the Qolsys IQ Fob S, which is basically the S-line version of the Qolsys IQ Fob. Really the only difference between the Qolsys IQ Fob and the IQ Fob S is just the encrypting communication between the system and the key fob. Now we do have a key fob right here. This is the Qolsys IQ Fob S version. We don't. I didn't bring the non-S line version, but it is going to work exactly the same exact way, just like the Qolsys IQ Fob. And the enrollment process into the Qolsys is the same exact thing. Now, when you're setting up a key fob with the system, mainly you would use the key fobs so that when you're, let's say, leaving the home and you don't necessarily want to arm it and try to head out the door, you could just head out the door, lock it up and everything, and then just arm the system with the key fob. Or when you're coming up to your home, you can disarm the system with the key fob. You can also set up a panic button as well, so that if anything were to happen, whether it be a medical emergency or even something going on with theft, then you can trigger a panic and have the police dispatched immediately if you do have a central station set up. These key fobs will work with the Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus as well, but it does have to be the 319.5 megahertz version, which is the legacy interlogic version of the Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus. It also obviously can work with the normal Qolsys IQ Panel 2. Now, if you wanted to set up a key fob with your Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus, or even Qolsys IQ Panel 2, you just follow these simple steps. So on the panel, what you're going to do is tap the small gray bar at the top, and you're going to go to Settings, and you're going to go over to Advanced Settings, and you're going to type in the installer code. The default installer code is 1111. Then you're going to go to Installation, Devices, Security Sensors, and we're just going to auto enroll. We're just going to auto learn this key fob into the system. So you're going to go into auto learn sensor, and now it's going to bring you to this menu. So what you want to do to enroll the key fob is just hold down the lock and unlock button both at the same time so that the system can pick it up. And once it picks it up, it'll ask you whether you want this sensor to be enrolled or not. So what we're going to do is just hold down the lock and unlock button. Now, as you can see, the Qolsys immediately picked it up. It's asking, or saying sensor 9C-OC-FB is requesting to be added to your list. If you want to just make sure that it is the correct sensor, normally on the back of the key fobs you can see a sticker and it shows DL, which is matching up, which is actually showing 9C-OC-FB, which is showing up here as well. So that's how you can determine whether this is the correct sensor that you're trying to enroll or key fob. So you just press OK. Now it's going to bring you to this menu. This is where you can just edit the information however you want it to be. We have the sensor type, which you always want to have the key fob if you're enrolling key fob. And we have the sensor groups. There's 3 different sensor groups you could choose from. There's mobile intrusion, there's fixed auxiliary, and mobile auxiliary, 1, 4, and 6. Basically, mobile intrusion is for the key fobs. It's generally used for the key fobs. This is if you're wearing this around or it's just casually sitting on your keychain or anything, and if you press the panic button, it's going to trigger a police panic on the system. Then you have mobile auxiliary, which is sensor group 6. This is mainly for like emergency pendants or emergency panic buttons. Like you can wear the emergency pendants on your as a watch on your wrist, or you can use that as a necklace as well. And if you hit the panic button, it's going to trigger an auxiliary panic on the system. This is mainly for medical emergencies, so that if anything happens, let's say somebody falls, you would press that panic button, and you want to have it set to mobile auxiliary, sensor group 6. And then we have sensor group 4, which is fixed auxiliary. This is mainly for like panic buttons in a commercial area or say your home. So this is where you're keeping like a key fob stationary on a nightstand, or you have a panic button underneath the desk. If you hit the panic button, it's going to set off an auxiliary panic on the system. But for this, we're just going to keep it on mobile intrusion. And then you have sensor name. We're just going to keep it to key fob. You have the chime. You can set any chime you want to for the key fobs. You have voice prompts, and the source, which is if you have the Qolsys IQ Fob or the Qolsys IQ Fob S-Line, this is where you want to choose which one it is. Right now, this is the S-Line version. So once you've confirmed everything is okay, just going to press Add New.
Sensor added successfully.
And now you have successfully added the key fob to your Qolsys IQ Panel 2. So to go back, just hit the House button. It takes you all the way back to the main menu, and then you're set to go. And if you wanted to do it, you just hold the lock button, and then you can have the system go into the armed stay mode, or even armed away. Right now it just went into an armed stay mode. If you want to disarm it, you just hold down the unlock button, and then you're going to have it disarm. If you want to set up a panic, then at the top right, you'll just hit the panic button. We're not going to press that right now because we don't really need the siren going off. And that is how you enroll the Qolsys IQ Fob with the Qolsys IQ Panel 2. If you have any further questions about the Qolsys IQ Fob or alarm systems in general, please contact us at support@alarmgrid.com or go to our website, alarmgrid.com. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you want notifications of future videos, please click the bell icon. This is Jarrett with Alarm Grid. You have yourself a great day.